If you're renting in greater Boston and wondering if you will ever get ahead, you are definitely not alone. A brand new report from Boston.com confirms what everybody already knows, especially all you renters, is that Boston remains one of the least affordable rental markets in America. But what nobody seems to be talking about is that this same monthly rental payment that is building your landlord's wealth could be building yours instead. So obviously, let's get frank about it. I'm Frank McManus with Coldwell Banker, and across the country, rental affordability is improving, if you can believe it, except here in greater Boston. Nearly 74% of rental listings nationwide are considered to be affordable, but here, that number is only 50%. Now, the typical rent is now over $3,200 per month, making greater Boston the fourth most expensive rental market in the country, to nobody's surprise. Now, while rent increases have slowed compared to some other major cities, the reality is that housing affordability remains one of the biggest challenges we have, and rent control is not going to help no matter what the politicians try to sell you on. Now, here's what people seem to always miss. When the common message is that homes are continue to rise and to get more expensive, the thought process is immediately that buying is out of reach. But because everything in our everyday lives is more expensive, the question isn't whether housing is going to continue to be expensive. The real question is whether or not you are tired of paying a landlord and making someone else rich who can decide at a moment's notice whether they're going to sell the property or not renew your lease. When you own a home, every mortgage payment builds equity and increases your net worth. It also provides tax advantages, protects you from rising rental costs, and creates long-term financial stability. But the biggest fear and misconception I always hear is that I will never be able to afford to buy a home. But how do you know that until you actually talk to a lender and find out where you stand financially, what potential programs and options you have, and what path you should be on in order to make that ownership a reality in the future? Now, I'm not saying buying a home may be a reality for you right now, but if you've been paying $3,000, $4,000, or in some cases over $5,000 a month in rent, which equals anywhere from 36 to over 60 grand per year of real money, you owe it to yourself to at least investigate whether or not the same payment could be put into owning a home versus renting someone else's home. So if this resonated with you and you're tired of throwing 30 to almost 50% of your salary away in rent, even if you don't feel ready to buy a home right now, I'm happy to introduce you to a trusted lender to simply explore your options and create a game plan to help you in the near future. Simply send me the word ready and let's find out what's the best financial move for you, whether it's renting or owning, because you may be closer to owning than you really may think. Now, as always, I hope this helps you, and for over 450 more videos like this, please go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, and share to any of my social media pages. I thank you so much for watching, and until next time.